Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Casual Experts Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Theory. Now, today we got one of the smoothest, sharpest, most slept-on assassins in the sport. Now, he's stepping in the ring on December 6th at the Frostbank Center against Shane Mosley Jr. On that card, it was headlined by Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jesus Ramos Jr. in the building. What's up, man?
Man. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time, bro.
No, for sure, man. I appreciate you jumping on, man. Now, you look calm and you look locked in right now. Are you in assassin mode already, or are you just kind of just waking up from a championship level nap, or what?
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm locked in. I feel focused, man. I feel real good, real calm. We're about a week out, so just kind of like a tunnel vision. Just keep replaying different scenarios in my head of how this fight could play out, and yeah, that's it, man. Just focused and ready to go. It's been a long camp, and I'm excited that fight week is almost here.
Yeah, it's been a extra long camp, right? Because the fight got rescheduled to a different event. Like how
Yeah.
does that affect training camp? But how does that affect your mindset?
It is tough, man, because like we've been in camp since what August and just focused on October 25th, and then I feel like we were peaking. I was doing 10 4-minute rounds of sparring, so I felt real good in shape. And we get the call that the whole card is canceled, and we just had to pause everything. So there was like it was weird. It was weird like getting back into camp because I'm already in shape.
Yeah,
Luckily it only took two weeks to get everything resolved, but I was already in shape. So it was like I don't have to go that hard, and we just gotta time everything perfect. So it was a little different camp because I was already in shape. We didn't want to overwork. We
yeah,
were just perfecting the game plan and making sure everything was flowing.
yeah. Because that's the biggest thing, right? You don't want to overtrain yourself, like, and
Right.
you don't want to leave it all in the gym. So just trying to find that balance, was that difficult, or like,
It is, but especially because I mean, for me, I like to work hard. I feel like if I don't do X amount of rounds in a day, I feel like I didn't
yeah,
work hard. But I have a good team. I have a good strength and conditioning coach who knows how to time all of that right. My dad as well, and they were holding me back, and they were kind of like they had a good game plan, for the whole camp. We kind of built up again from zero, like I said, without needing to because I was already in shape,
yeah.
but we still kind of built it up. And yeah, man, I felt good. Honestly, I really feel good, and it's been one of my best camps so far.
That's what's up, man. Now, what's the most underrated part of Mosley Jr.'s game? Something the casuals never pick up on.
I think he's got a good jab, man. He's got a good jab, but his tricks, I feel like his Shane Mosley, his dad knows kind of teaching him some things, and you can kind of tell he knows how to grab, he knows how to be in there. He's kind of savvy with that, and I feel like that's gonna be his main objective. Grabbing, killing time, and I wouldn't say surviving, but avoiding those tough moments. He'll know how to avoid those tough moments, and he's sharp with that jab. I like his jab, and yeah, we've been preparing for that all camp, and I'm excited to go out and display our game plan.
Now, when you watch film, what's one habit Mosley Jr. has where you said, "Yup, like I'm taxing him on that on December 6th."
He's straight up, man. He's got no head movement, and he's got no rhythm. It's kind of hard to be a fighter with no rhythm. You don't got head movement, and I just feel like his rhythm is off. He throws one punch and then he can't come back with anything else. He throws one punch and then that's it. He doesn't have a good flow in there, and I feel like that'll work in my advantage for sure.
Well, right now, like the division's pretty hot too. Like there's a lot of things going on. People moving in, people fighting. So in the 154 division it's stacked right now. Fundora, the champion. Crawford is he may come back in, may not. He's around, floating around. You got Boots moving in. Virgil just fought Lubin. Like, where do you see yourself in the whole landscape?
I want to be right there with him. I want to be part of those great fights too. I feel like a win here with Shane Mosley getting picking up this title is gonna open more doors for me because it was a struggle kind of get these fights because I feel like they were seeing me as a high risk no reward type of fighter. It's like I'm kind of there with the name, but not everybody knows me like them, and so they don't want to take that risk, fighting me, and we were struggling to get fights, man. So with this belt, I'm hoping it opens more doors for me, whether it's at 160 or 154. I think the both divisions are going to be good for me. I'm comfortable in both.
Man, that's dope. Now, so with the big win on December 6th, how far does that push you up? Contender status, title eliminator? Like, what level does the W put your name at?
Well, with this belt, the interim champion, I'll be right there knocking at the door for a title shot, whether it's Carlos Adames, like I said, or
That's
the
a good fight.
champion, the
Yeah,
WBC champion at 154 too, which would be Fundora. That I'd like to do that fight too, kind of like what Tank and Love Santa Cruz did, put both belts on the line. That'd be
yeah,
that'd be sick too. So, um, yeah, any of those fights, man. I think the priority for me though would be fighting Carlos Adames. I want to be a full champion, not just the interim champion. So,
yeah.
I think that would be my priority first, and then seeing what's up with Fundora, or if he fights Keith Thurman, the winner of that one.
Now, some fans say the Mosley Jr. It's a good win, but like not like top tier, like a statement level. Like, what do you think those people are missing, and how do you plan to shut all that down?
You know what? I feel like they don't. they don't see the position. He's coming off great wins. He's got a winning
Yeah,
streak, and he's worked hard for that. Considering where how he started, how his career has developed. So he's in a good position. But I have to go out there and just simply display my skills. I have to go out there and show that I'm levels above Shane Mosley Jr. and ready for the challenge. And that's kind of why you know it's a lot of pressure on myself because I want to do that. I want to go out there
yeah,
and show that I'm in a different level and I'm ready for the top guys like Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, Carlos Adames, like I mentioned, all those names. I'm ready for those fights.
Do you ever think like by going out there and putting on that statement, say you do put them out and you take them out, does that hurt you on trying to get fights? Do you ever think about that stuff, or you just go, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and that's it?
Yeah, I never think about that, man. I just go out there and do what I have to do. For me, it, I'm grateful to have this opportunity. It's a big card, so I will never hold back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna display everything I have and just put on a great show for the fans. I think that's my priority rather
for sure.
than securing my next fight. I would rather go
Yeah,
out there and put on a show and make a statement.
for sure. Now it's the morning after the fight. ESPN posts a headline about you. Like, don't no need to be humble or hold anything back. What does that headline say?
Uh, you know, uh, Knockout victory for Jesús Ramos Jr. in the I would say seventh round. I want
Yeah,
to take my time with Shane Mosley here.
yeah.
Yeah, but
you,
a knockout, man. I'm looking for it.
you want to get some rounds in, right? You had essentially two training camps, so let's kind of make it worth it, right? Get some rounds in. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, man. That's true. I didn't even think about that. If the knockout comes earlier though, I'm glad. But I think he's a tough fighter. He's got a good chin. I don't think he's ever been dropped. So never been dropped, never been stopped. Like I said, he's tough. So I'm gonna have to break him down in there. It's gonna be I gotta break his will first and then get him out of there.
I feel it. No, what version of Jesus Ramos Jr. are the fans getting on December 6th? Version 1.0, 2.0, or just like the final boss edition?
I wouldn't say the final boss, maybe 2.0, but I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and even from my previous fight, I've learned and grown so much, I feel it, man. These little things that I'm doing in the ring, like it just comes with experience, honestly, because a year ago I wasn't doing these things, but
Yeah,
I fought this year, I fought Rosario, I fought Stram. two different fighters, two different styles, um, different scenarios, different training camps. I grew a lot, and then now this one, just growing more and more each time. It's important for me, I like to learn. I feel like I'm a boxing purist, I like everything like technical and I like to have like my jab, my good fundamentals. So
For sure,
we'll
yeah.
see. Yeah, I'm just want to keep growing, and I want to keep getting better each time and displaying all that each time.
Now, so after the loss, what's one thing like that fight gave you mentally, technically, like whatever that wins can never have given you.
Yeah, man, I'm a strong believer in that everything happens for a reason, and I feel like because of that loss, I'm here now, fighting for an interim championship title. I was able to grow a lot. And I don't think not only as a boxer but as a person, I was able to kind of clear up my circle, make sure that, the people around me are bringing nothing but positivity, helping me grow. And yeah, it was tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough, but we had to get over that and realize the mistakes. So, like I said, it's made me grow a lot. And just making sure I have peace, in my life, and training
Yeah,
camp, everything. It's just like I said, it had to happen for me to be here. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm always gonna keep learning. Like I said, I'm always gonna keep learning and growing. So after that loss, that's exactly what we did. And as a team, I feel like we all kind of blamed each other. So I blame myself, my father blamed himself, my strength and conditioning, everyone, and we all just came back better. We all did better, and I feel it, and I like it a lot.
and you guys like sat down together and like kind of talked everything through and just kind of
Yeah.
formulated like a new game plan moving forward and like and what was that like? What was that conversation like?
It was tough, like I said, because we all blamed each other. Like, maybe my dad maybe it wasn't the right game plan. My strength and conditioning coach, maybe we went too hard all camp. And myself, it was just it was a hard conversation to have, but I think those are the correct conversations to have.
Yeah,
It makes you a little uncomfortable, but we all just had to sit there and make sure we all cleared the air. Make sure we all were comfortable. And like I said, we all just came back that next camp and we just got better, and we continue to get better and better. We don't have two camps the same. It's always better. There's always a
yeah,
different strategy to grow, and I think that's what matters. A lot of fighters after a loss they'll switch coaches, but for me it
yeah,
was like, why would I switch if we're all working on being better? We're all together and we all know what the mistake was and we're fixing it. So I'm grateful for my team.
sure. Especially you're saying that everybody in your team was looking inward, like blaming themselves. You're not pointing fingers at each other. Like that's
Right.
when it kind of gets crazy. But if everybody's looking inward, they kind of like everybody's focusing on what they need to do to get better, and then you bring that all together to the table. That's only gonna make you guys grow better. So it's good. Yeah,
Definitely, yeah, definitely. That's what I feel like. We all just got better, and I feel it too. Each campus, like I said, it's flowing good and
yeah,
getting better. And it was, I mean, at that time, we were barely getting there. We had just beat Joey Spencer. That was a great camp, and then it was like we need to do more. We need to train harder. We needed for Joey Spencer, we were doing 10. For this one, 15, and I swear to God, we were going 15 rounds, man, and
damn,
it was just like, yeah, we were overworking, for no reason, and
yeah.
like I said, maybe we were a little green to that big stage, and it
Did you
it,
feel
it
like
cost
did you
us.
did you feel that you needed to do that because like you felt the pressure, like oh this can push us up, and you just kind of like try to work too hard to get there?
Yeah, definitely. It was a co-main event of Canelo. It was
Yeah,
if we were our mindset was if I'm not sore every day of camp, I'm not working. And it was like that, and we were
just,
working hard, and it was brutal days in the gym, man. And looking back at it now, it's like that was crazy. It was
yeah.
crazy for us to do that and even consider that was the ideal game plan. But like I said, you live and you learn, and we grew from that, and we're here now.
That's what's up, man. Well, on your card, you're with you got Pitbull, Cruz, Lamont, Roach on that card. Two dudes who fight like the ring owes them some money. You know, they're not known to go back. You know, they're known to push
Yeah.
forward. Who do you think walks out with their hands raised, and what kind of chaos are you expecting from that one?
Man, that's a tough one. That's a real tough fight because I like Lamont Roach. I like what he did with Tank. You know, he was
Yeah,
real sharp. He looked real good, man. He had a solid game plan. And you know, Pitbull, he's come forward strong, hard-headed. You know, he's not gonna stop. And I like that too. You know, he's got that Mexican style.
yeah,
And you know, he's Mexican. So I'm rooting for Pitbull, obviously. I want Pitbull to win. I think he's got a shot and that would really like solidify his career. You know, this guy just had a
yeah,
draw with Tank, and then he comes and blows him out. That would be legit.
for
But it's a
sure.
tough fight, man. It's a
No,
tough
yeah, it's
fight.
a
My
tough fight.
heart is with Pitbull. Though.
Yeah, it's a
I
tough
hope he gets
fight.
that win.
I feel it. Yeah, it's a tough fight, man. Especially if Pitbull's able to go out there and beat Roach, it's gonna. This is kind of like the next best thing besides getting that rematch, right? Because
Right?
you,
Yeah.
you have that toss up where yeah, Pitbull lost, but every majority lost. A lot of people kind of edge it towards Pitbull against the Tank fight. Then you have
Yeah.
Lamont going to draw with Tank, and then them two fighting together. It's whoever wins those one kind of solidifies like, all right, we don't necessarily you don't need that rematch no more with the Tank. You can kind of move on to bigger and better things. So it's
Right.
a
Yeah.
very interesting fight.
It's very
Yeah,
yeah. That's a lot of pressure on both of them too, because
for
like they
sure.
both want that Tank rematch. You know, they've both been looking for
Yeah,
it. So yeah, they
yeah,
gotta they gotta get that win. So that makes it even more interesting, man. And I'm excited. I'm honestly excited about that card. You know, I was um I was disappointed when that October 25th card got canceled, but once I
yeah,
found out I was on this one, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about everything. You know, I've never fought in Texas. Then just being there is gonna be crazy and on a Pitbull card, man, those he's got a lot of fans, so I'm excited about it. You know, I know
yeah.
it's gonna be a
No,
great night of action.
yeah, and you go out there, you put that show on, man, and it's gonna, and especially finding somebody with the name like Mosley Jr. You know, just the name in general. You know, his dad, him, the legacy, and so like, do you feel any added pressure because of that, because of the name, because of the legacy the behind everything?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, I used to watch, you know, Mosley. He broke my heart when he beat Margarito. You know, I remember that. You know, I remember watching that fight, and I was a little kid, and I didn't know Margarito had done all that to with his raps. I was just watching the
Oh
fight, saw
yeah,
him got knocked out. I was like, man, you know, I was rooting for Margarito, and you know, after you know, we saw that he was cheating or whatever, so it was like, okay, yeah,
yeah,
he deserved it. But you know, since then, you know, I've been watching his father, and if you would have told me back then, you know, you want to fight his son for the WBC interim, I
that's
probably wouldn't have
crazy.
believed him. So
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's nuts to me, and it's crazy how life works, you know, how we
yeah,
work to get here, different paths. You know, he's got his father's last name and all of that, and we just had to work to get up here. And I'm excited to show that, you know, you don't necessarily need that. You know, you could make your own way and get there. And it's pressure, but it's good pressure. You know,
good,
it
yeah,
made me yeah, it made me work hard. It motivated me. It's good fuel. And I think it's just gonna motivate me to put a better performance on December 6th.
that's right. Now, finish the sentence. If you doubt Jose Ramos Jr. on December 6th,
Oh, you got shoot on you, man. Number 6, you're in for a long night, man. You're in, especially if you bet money, you're into for losing money. Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, but it's okay. You know, that's also a fuel. You know, if
yeah,
any doubters, I want to make them believers, man, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to gain more fans and, like I said, make more people believers. And by doing that, is just going out there and fighting and being myself, showing my skills. So I'm excited.
that's right. Now, let's say December 6th goes exactly how you want it to. What does the perfect 2026 look like for Jesus Ramos Jr.? Names, goals, big moments.
December 20, you know, I mean, 2026 would be,
Yeah,
I want, like I said, I want that full title. So I still don't know if Alames is, you know, staying, moving up, or what his plans are, but I want that full champion, and I hope he doesn't move up. I hope he gets to fight for it. I want that. I want to win that title in the ring. I want to
Yeah.
hear and the new, and then I want to be able to grab that belt and in the ring, like I said. So hopefully we can make that fight happen. That would be a big moment for me. And then I think, like I said, after that, I will be looking for that 154 shot. Whoever's WBC champion at the time, whether it's Fundora, Keith Thurman, if he fights Keith Thurman. So yeah, that would be ideal. That Adames fight, becoming a full champion and coming down to 154 and putting both of them on the line. That would be, to me, that would be awesome, man. And hopefully we can make that happen. But if not, I can move back down and fight Virgil Ortiz, Butenis, Sayas. I'm excited about all those fights, and I want to make that happen next year. And this year my plan was to get a belt.
Yeah.
Get a belt. I didn't want to leave 2025 without a belt, without solidifying my name. So I get the opportunity December 6th. So everything is working as planned, and hopefully next year works as planned as well.
That's right. Now, before I know you got to get going, you have schedule lined up and stuff. So, anything you want to leave the fans with before we head out here?
Yeah, man. No, don't miss the fight December 6th. It's gonna be a stacked card, top to bottom, and I'm excited to put on a show. I want to steal the show. I'm trying to have the best performance of the night, and like I said, I want to solidify myself. So don't miss it. December 6th is gonna be fireworks.
And that's right. Jesus, appreciate your time. We
Yeah,
got
man.
the future
Appreciate it.
champ right here in the building. Make sure y'all tuned in December 6th on PBC. Let's go. And man, thanks for riding with me. Until next time, keep your
Great.
hands up,
Thank you,
keep your
bro.
takes hot, and remember, only one king leaves the ring.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Appreciate your time. Really do.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're just a casual.